So today's book is about the solar system, and it's going to tell us a little bit more about the planets. Some things we'll already know, and some things might be new. I'm not going to read every page, but I'm going to read most of them, and we're going to talk a bit more just about those planets that we're learning about. Do you know what these two are? I think this one's Jupiter, and that one's Saturn. Okay. What's out there? You guys know what that is, right? That's the sun. The planets are shown close together on these pages, but really they are very, very, very far apart. So we have Mercury and Venus and Earth and Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. Pieces of rock called asteroids travel around the sun too. So this is called an asteroid belt. I don't know if you can see the little pieces of rock going around. As well as planets, there are lots of other things that move around the sun. From specks of dust to dwarf planets, such as Pluto. Remember we talked about Pluto being such a small planet, and it's very, very far away. Ooh, what's that, do you think? The sun. It's a massive ball of burning gas called a star. It gives the planets all their light and heat. The sun looks so big because it is closer to the Earth than other stars. This is what its surface looks like close up. Jets of hot gas shoot out and fall back in long loops. Some parts of the sun are not as hot as the rest. These are called sunspots. Huge explosions are known as solar flares. So if you look here, I think these spots, those are called solar flares. Never look directly at the sun. Its light is too strong and it could damage your eyes. We need to remember that. And that's why we wear sunglasses when it's very bright outside. Each planet travels along its own path or orbit around the sun. They take different lengths of time to move all the way around. So here the planets are going around the sun. Some go faster, some go slower. Earth takes 365 days to go around the sun. So that's a whole year it takes to go around the sun. As the planets travel around the sun, they also spin around. When each planet spins, different parts have day or night. So as the Earth is spinning, if this side is away from the sun, it's night. And if this side is towards the sun, then it's daytime. Light from the sun only shines on one side of the Earth at any one time. Mercury is the planet closest to the sun. Its rocky surface is covered in holes called craters. Most of these were made by rocks crushing into the planet from space. Fast-moving rocks hit Mercury's surface, making deep holes. That's how you make a crater. In this photo, you can see lots of round craters on Mercury's surface. If you look there, you look at all those dots. Those dots are all craters. We don't know how deep they are. The surface of Mercury is more than 4 times hotter than boiling water. Oh, so I don't think I'd want to go there. That's a very, very hot planet. But also, Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system. It is hot because it is covered in a thick layer of clouds. This is the surface of Venus. The thick clouds make the sky look orange. The surface of the planet is hard rock. The sun's rays pass through the clouds, and the planet's surface warms up. The clouds stop the heat from escaping, so the planet gets hotter and hotter. Venus is so hot its surface glows in the dark. Wow, I think we can see that sometimes. The Earth is made up of rock and is surrounded by water and gases. It is the only planet where life is known to exist. The Earth has the right mixture of air, heat, and water for things to live. A layer of gases around the Earth gives living things the air they need to breathe. In this photo, you can see big lakes and high rocky mountains on the Earth's surface. The sun warms the planet. Plants grow in sunlight, making food for animals. More than half of the Earth is covered in water. Everything needs water to live. Mars is a cold and rocky planet. Its surface is covered in red dust. Scientists have sent vehicles called moon rovers to Mars to take photos of the surface. A rover was packed inside a spacecraft and flown from Earth to Mars. Airbags protected the spacecraft as it landed on the planet's surface. This is a photo of Mars' surface taken by the rover, all the way down here. Dust storms on Mars can last for months. Ooh, I don't think I'd like a dust storm. The spacecraft opened up and scientists sent signals to drive the rover out. The rover drove around, sending information back to scientists on Earth. So we know a little bit more about Mars. Jupiter is the biggest planet in the solar system. It is huge. Round, mass, and mostly from gas. The stripes you can see here are bands of different gases. So we have all different gases there. Jupiter has over 60 moons moving around it. As the moons are made of rock and ice, Thebe is not round like most moons. Its surface is covered in huge craters. The rocky surface of Europa is completely covered in a layer of ice. Ganymede is the biggest moon in the solar system. It is bigger than Mercury. There is a huge storm in Jupiter that has been raging for thousands of years. Oh, how would you like a storm for years and years and years? Who remembers what the ringed planet is? Yeah, Saturn is a huge planet made mostly of gases. It has millions of pieces of rock and ice moving around it. That's what the ring is made of. From far away, these look like solid rings. The photo was taken from a spacecraft that scientists sent to fly around Saturn. Uranus and Neptune are huge gas planets. This is Uranus. It has faint rings around it made from millions of specks of gas. Uranus spins differently from the other planets. It looks like it has been knocked on its side, and it spins that way instead of this way. Neptune is a very cold and stormy planet. This dark blue swirl, right there, is a storm raging on the planet. Beyond Neptune, there is a dwarf planet called Pluto. Experts used to think it was a planet, but they've changed their minds. Scientists find out about the solar system by using huge telescopes that let them see things that are very far away. The telescopes shown here are in Hawaii, USA. They use big curved mirrors to make things that are far away look a lot bigger. There are some telescopes that travel around the Earth in space. Scientists on Earth send signals to point the telescope at a planet. The telescope takes pictures of the planet and stores them in a computer. The computer sends the pictures of signals to huge radio dishes on Earth. The information is sent to computers that turn them into pictures of the planet. And what's that planet they're taking a picture of right now? Jupiter. Yes. Good. And that's the story today, and it's more information just about the planets. So I hope you've learned something about that. So that's our story for today, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.